The Sons employ a variety of weapons.
We've had automatics, semi-automatics, AKs, pistols, hand grenades. They're there.
Members carry 2 trademark weapons. One is a large industrial flashlight, the kind carried by cops.
I wear a kill light. It's a legal weapon to carry because it's a flashlight. You break down, you got a light on the road. Somebody comes after you, you pull it out, you hit them with it.
The other is a simple bandana tied to a large lock. Sons carry them in their back pockets.
It doesn't look like anything, but on the other end of it, there's a padlock on there. You can pull that out, man, it's just like a sap, blackjack. You can hit people with it and knock them right the hell out.
Weapons aren't the only way to recognize gang members. They all wear gear that brands them as Sons, including undercover agent Blake Boatler.
And this is my Sons of Silence vest that I wore throughout the undercover operation.
The vest is covered with patches, each with a different meaning.
Down at the bottom is a number 13 patch, and that number 13 designates the 13th letter of the alphabet, which is the letter M.
M stands for methamphetamine, the Sons' drug of choice. There are other patches, like SFFS, which stands for Sons Forever, Forever Sons. One of the hardest to get is ITCOB. I took care of business.
You had to stand up for the club, put yourself at some sort of a risk to get that ITCOB patch.
Then there's the bad influence patch.
That means that you're just one bad mother.
The Sons also have other gear, like wallets, chains, even rings.
They carry big rings that have the Sons of Silence emblems on it. They carry other rings that might say, for example, victim spelled backwards. So if they hit somebody in the face, it imprints the word victim.
And members also get inked to mark their allegiance. Those who have been in the club for 10 years are eligible for a tat of the club patch. But if they leave in bad standing, the club takes back everything with the Sons' name on it, even the ink.
Hope to God we don't find you, because we will cut off you. We will cut the whole thing right off your arm. With a knife, with a razor blade, whatever. We will take it off.
Everything is club property. Weapons, patches, even women. They have no status unless they become someone's old lady. Blake Boatler had an old lady of his own when he infiltrated the club in 1998.
I had an old lady that wore a property of Buckle for me, who happened to be a special agent with ATF.
Just to help me out in that role, my story was more like I was rebelling from a wealthy family and was attracted to that type of culture.
Carrie DePiro was Blake's backup. It was not an easy assignment for a female ATF agent.
You're supposed to just keep your mouth shut, and I was coached by Agent Boatler to keep it zipped, or else he'd have to keep me in line in front of them. If I had a misslip of the tongue or made any other kind of mistake to give them an idea that either one of us were federal agents, it would have been a fatal mistake for both of us.
It didn't make the job any easier.
You'll always have to expect the other members to be able to feel like they can take liberties with you. It happened less after Agent Boatler became a patched member than before, and that's when I was able to wear my little belt that says property of Bo, and that's exactly what it means.
Carrie wasn't the only ATF agent Blake brought in. He also introduced the Sons to his partner, Cole. Together, they began to set up deals that could take the whole club down.
They were extremely violent criminals, and they're not to be underestimated.
In Colorado Springs, the Sons of Silence are old school outlaws. Typical dirty bikers.
Some have long hair, some have beards, some have tattoos. Some look like just downright dirty, nasty bikers. But then you have the clean-cut people out there. Okay? The clean-cut ones are the ones you have to watch out for the most. Because they're hiding something.
ATF agent Blake Boatler was definitely hiding something. He, his girlfriend, and his undercover partner Cole were trying to take down Colorado's largest gang.
I was able to buy firearms, explosives, narcotics from other members within the Colorado Springs chapters and other chapters.
Blake and Cole began buying large quantities of meth from the gang, while a surveillance camera recorded everything.
You touching this?
Oh yeah, dude.
It's gonna smoke?
Yeah. Yep.
Here, Blake discusses a meth deal with Steve Cresson, the Sons member who claimed 18 years earlier to have been involved in the murder of the Outlaws' national president.
Well, okay. On a half pound, probably get down to $6 grand easy.
That's how I'm gonna make my money, you know.
Blake and his partner also began arranging firearms deals.
I think you can get an ATF number for him and register him.
This surveillance video shows him negotiating a sale.
The fires from the open position.
They bought semi-automatic Sten guns, illegally modified to make them fully automatic machine guns.
You can pull out right here.
No, back there.
Oh, you put that.
Good morning. That there's full.
Blake's house was a revolving door of drug and firearms deals.
As the case progressed, we were having almost daily meetings.
Let's see. 100, 200, 300.
This was going on over the weekends, over holidays.
900, 1,000. I just turned these today.
Good job.
It'll be well.
As Blake went deeper undercover, the rest of his life took a back seat. He rarely saw his own family.
My kids would be scared of the way I looked, and you were only able to do brief meetings. You couldn't go out in public and eat for fear of running into a member of the Sons, and you'd have to have a story.
The stakes were high and got even higher as some became suspicious. Blake's partner Cole almost blew their cover the first time he met Nick Nichols.
When I walked in to sit down, Cole, the other Fed, said, "Do you want a 7-Up no ice, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He'd never met me before. I thought it kind of strange that he knew what I drank. Either he was really on top of it or he did his homework.
Nichols wasn't the only one. In the middle of one gun deal, Blake was confronted by the national president, J.R. Reed.
JR approached me and asked me, "What government agency do you work for with all these guns you've been buying?" And I looked him square in the eye and said, "I work for the Gun Reclamation Board," and laughed. And he looked at me for just a few seconds.